This is a really fun light. Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. This is the Twinkly Dots flexible LED string light system. And each of these is an individual dot. I have a 200 LED string that's about 33 feet long, and you can see each of the dots is tiny. Here's a close-up. There's really not much to see when it's not illuminated, and it can go through thousands of different colors. The wire itself is clear, though there's a version that has a black wire, and you can access it from a smart app and do all sorts of really cool things. Now, there's also an inline controller for power, but that also gives you the ability to switch modes on if you need to. And this is how you connect via Bluetooth to get it initially set up, and then it works via Wi-Fi. So once you have this on your Wi-Fi network, you could actually turn on and change your lights from hundreds of miles away. Not sure why you would do that, but you could do that. Now, they sent me the 200 LED 33-foot version, but there's also a 60 LED 10-foot version and a 400 LED 66-foot version. What would you do with 66 feet of these? Well, you could have a lot of fun taping them to the seam between the wall and ceiling of a room, and then have it all the way around the sides, and then turn it on and boom, you're gonna have a really cool looking light. Now, you can also wrap it around objects because it's very easy to work with, and it comes with little tiny adhesive pads, a ton of them, so it's easy for you to adhere it to things, or you can just go ahead and hang it on things or behind things. The app, like I said, the Twinkly app, I will show you that in just a moment. And it also works with Google Assistant and Alexa if you pair it and you use that as a skill and everything. And here's what's really cool. It's also compatible for you gamers out there with Razer Chroma RGB and Omen Light. So it can actually tie in to the lighting system on some of the really modern PC games, just as your keyboard might light up thematically relative to where you are in the game. This could do the same. Now, imagine if you have your little gamer pit in the basement or something, having all these as your main light source. You could have a lot of fun and do something really cool with it. So that's everything. It is AC powered, and it does have a relatively short power cord, but here's what's important is that from this point, there's actually a pretty long wire before you get to your first of the LED dots. So you can see here, all of this wire actually gives you the ability to, for example, plug this in on the floor and run it all the way up to the ceiling without having any of those lit up. And so then when it's darker out, you then just have the ceiling illumination. Really, really cool. Now, I don't want to just show you it like this. So give me a minute and I'm going to set it up on my wall, and then we'll go through some of the demos with the app. So let's switch around. All right, let's see what this can do. Now you can see I've tried out different twinkly lights in the past, but this one is the 200 LED. So let's go ahead and we can start by turning it on and off. That's its most basic functionality. And obviously I can set a timer, but where this gets fun is when we get into effects. So this is rainbow, but maybe we want to do candy cane. And sparkles is always fun. And we do that. And then I can create my own pattern if I'm so inclined. I'm not going to do that because it's fairly complicated to do the first time. And then you can map your lights. And what I did is I've already done that, which is why I have the lights going back and forth and overlapping on top of each other, and it still knows how to work and how to actually use these different patterns. So let's do Carnival. And you can see it's really fun. There's a lot of fun things here, and Unicorn Sun, not quite as much of the effect as what you see in the picture, but the point is that it's really terrific. And with its ability to work with Alexa and Google Assistant, and you know, it's definitely one that is a keeper if you're someone who really wants to add some lighting to your life and really want to have some personality. So let me jump back on camera. Those are some really fun lights. I really enjoy having these sort of things where I can add a touch of color, an accent, a little bit of life to a corner or behind an object that otherwise isn't particularly very interesting. So you can put this behind a television, you can run this up the edges of a wall or between a wall and a ceiling, just run it along there with the little adhesives. Super fun. I mean, there's lots to like here. And my daughter's on her way to college, and I can tell you that this is going to be the hit of her dorm room. It's going to be really fun for her and for her friends. So that's really cool. Really, the only thing left to talk about now is the price. But before we get to the price, I do want to ask if you could subscribe to my channel. Super easy. Click or tap on that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on notifications so you see my latest reviews, and we're connected. Now, this is the Twinkly Dots Flexible LED String. Now, what I have is the 200 LED, but I'm going to go through the prices from shortest to longest. So, 60 LED is $49.99. 200 LED is $114.99, and 400 LED, the big one, is $174.99, all at twinkly.com. Really fun, definitely something to check out. That's all I got. I'm going to turn off all my lights so I can enjoy this a little more, which means I'll have to catch you in my next video.